What's up, guys? Welcome to SLC Punkcast Live and Wired, the segment of the show where we talk about shows that we have seen and shows that are coming up that we may or may not be attending. We can neither confirm nor deny, but I can tell you at least what shows I'll be attending for sure. I got the tickets in my pocket, I got the dates all set, and I am ready to fucking rock and roll. But before that, let me tell you about the show that happened last weekend. It was my birthday show. Birthday show. My birthday show and no one else's. Fuck the rest of these guys. Okay, I shouldn't do that because Bryce and Josh, it was also their birthdays and they've been a very pivotal part in why this show was happening because, well, we were both born. All three of us were born. And we were all born within a week of each other. Well, at various years and everything. But our dates land on, you know what I mean. My birthday's on the 12th, Josh's on the 15th, and Bryce's was on the 17th. Or was it the 17th? No, 16th. 16th. I can't remember now. But it was the day of the show. That was Bryce's birthday. And yeah, it was a great time. So it was a great time, even though some of the bands, Despondent, I don't know, they made a fuss about our names, about their name being misspelled. I mean, it happens. It does happen, but I guess they caused a, I don't know. I can't say for certain because they didn't talk to me. They talked to one of my friends who knows that band. And I guess they were freaking out that on the original flyer, their name wasn't spelled correctly. Like, just throwing a shit fit. And I'm saying, well, okay, that's pretty weird. But yeah, Desponia, they had to drop off because they kicked out their guitarist. Or their guitarist quit or something. I don't know what really happened because I don't know them. So, but that's okay. That's, you just roll with the punches on that one. So, but the first band to play was Primal Aggression, just straight fucking like slammy deathcore music. It's cool to hear some of that stuff. It's not my vibe. It's not the best music that I've heard. Not necessarily theirs. Just the entire genre of deathcore has never been like a huge push for me. I've never really got into it. Outside of a few bands here and there, and Primal Aggression, yeah, they were good. They were good. They were good for what they were doing. Just what they're doing just isn't for me. But it was cool that they played, and they were really cool guys. Just swell dudes. I remember one of them was before showtime. They were all setting up, and one of them said, and I was helping them set their gear up, getting the mics all set and everything. And I hear him go, "Oh man, I'm really hungry." And I turn and say, "Yeah, well, eat a dick. We don't have food here." And we all had a laugh. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, can I have it rare?" Not really. I wish he said something like that, but that's what I'd say. But whatever. Primal Aggression, they kicked ass. And then the next band to play was the comeback show of Marine Corps. Yeah, they were the second band that had on this bill that had a comeback. And Marine Corps, they were the surprise band. And what was funny, Marine Corps, I played with them numerous times in their old school lineup when it was, C and Nate are still in the band, you know, the guitarist and their drummer, but I saw them when their vocalist was Jay and their bassist was William, and now those two are out of the picture, and now they're just a three-piece with my friend and roommate Nikki as the vocalist. And yeah, Nikki was really building this up like the surprise band. I hope you're excited that you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. And then it's Marine Corps. I go, okay, well that's cool. I was really kind of thinking that there was something else to this. Like you were gonna reveal that one of my favorite local bands was playing. Not to talk of Marine Corps, it's just, guys, you don't have anything recorded. I have seen you multiple times, but I haven't had like a proper connection with your music outside of what I've seen live. It's just not the same. And, you know, I like Marine Corps, I really do. I love those guys, but I don't know. It just felt like this was weird that she was really pushing for this one, saying, you're going to love it, you're going to love it. I don't know. Maybe I was just expecting something more. And it's not like that's not to take away from what Marine Corps put through. I mean, it was cool to see them again. It was in like a different iteration. And Nikki, she did have a music stand in front of her. She did have to read the lyrics that she couldn't remember. I know how that goes. And it was kind of funny because that is mirroring the first time I saw Marine Corps when Jay was still singing for them. He had his notepad out on the foot speakers, on the floor monitors. And I was just, and he was like down. So it's kind of funny how this is mirroring each other. The first iteration of that band and its current iteration. So kind of interesting how that's going. But yeah, Marine Corps, it was cool to see them again. They did a couple of cover songs. They covered Smoko by the Chats. And they covered, actually, I don't think they did another cover. I mean, they practice in my garage, so I hear them cover various songs, or at least attempt to. They could use some more practice. but yeah, for what we got, it was actually pretty good. And it was nice to know that they actually did something with the song Crowd Kill Your Boss, which was a song me and Nikki originally tried to write in this project she was trying to start up, this sort of like industrial hardcore project called God's Favorite Accident. And we were going for a minute, but it just sort of like never turned into anything. But I told her, it's like, if you're going to start a band and if you're going to take a title from me, please take Crowd Kill Your Boss and make that a song. And they did. It was awesome. I hope that they get it to sound better, like they get tighter, and that they get a fucking bassist, for God's sake. They don't have a bassist. And no, it's not going to be me. I got too much shit going on. It's not going to be me. 2 bands is already enough. Sometimes it's too much. But I digress. Their set was pretty cool. And then my lovely, lovely, talented girlfriend, Kate LaDuce, came up and was the acoustic palate cleanser, I like to call it. She is if you don't know, she is a country artist. She's a country singer. She plays guitar and sings like Lucinda Williams. That's what I compare her to. She's got a great voice. And I wanted it to be like right smack in the middle. You're surrounded by all these heavy bands, punk and metal bands, and you have this acoustic artist. Yeah, it has to be in the middle. It's sort of like an intermission. And, yep, she'd had no problem winning over the audience with her snarky remarks and her little witty banter. And she even described it as the crowd. Most of them were outside. Most of them were just watching from the open garage door, like in the driveway. And eventually, they all started seeping in, like after the second song. They're like, okay, we can hang with this girl. She's funny. And funny she was. So yeah, she played a really good set. You played a good set? Played a good set, sweetie. Love you. Anyway, so there was that. And then my friend Hunter, most people know him as Antonio, but I know him as Hunter Ikiabalis. He is the founder of Punks and Punchlines. He approached me and said, hey, before you guys go on, meaning, one of my bands, before you guys go on, do you mind if I do like a 5 or 10 minute comedy set? Sure, why the fuck not? Spur of the moment comedy set. So he did that. He got up, took the mic, did a quick little comedic set. He was pretty damn funny. He had a lot of people rolling. Especially with this, he had his little segment in his act where he's like, I want to try some pickup lines on you. And the pickup lines were pretty hilarious. I can't do them justice to try and repeat them here. If you want to hear them, well, then you just have to attend Punks and Punchlines show. They got a lot coming up. So yeah, that was another surprise act. And then we went upstairs, we sang happy birthday, did the festivities, had the cake, blew out the candles, and one of this lady that Josh is seeing gave all 3 of us, me, him, and Bryce, little stuffed plushies of cryptids. I remember during one practice session, Josh said, "Hey, yo, she's asking what your favorite cryptids or demons are." I go, I don't know. I guess I like Bigfoot. Or I like the abominable snowman. I really don't know, man. It's not something I really think about too much. And so I was wondering what the hell they were going to be. And yeah, they were like little stuffed plushie toys. Bryce got a bat. Well, we said, no, it's Nosferatu. And Josh, he got a little Baphomet. This little stuffed Baphomet was so cute. And me, I got a little stuffed Cthulhu. It was pretty awesome. It was, yeah, they were nice little gifts. I thought they were cute. They were really fun. And later that night, I ended up breastfeeding the Baphomet. Anyway, so yeah, after that little intermission, the show carried on, and the next band to take the stage was me. It was me. It was Anonymous. This was our first show since October 2023. And it wasn't exactly the comeback I was picturing that we would have, but, you know, when does anything you imagine really come into fruition? It doesn't. It may come, but not exactly the way you pictured it, is what I mean. So, I mean, for example, I wanted to play more songs, and I at least wanted to have 5 members, because we are just a 4-piece at this point. Just me, Josh on guitar, Bryce on bass, and my friend Jay on drums. And we're supposed to have 2 guitarists, which we're still looking for, by the way. And we only had 4 songs that were lashed down, ready to go. I'm like, okay, let's at least get the first show jitters out of the way. So we got our first show, and it was good. It was good. It was something else to just be singing like a totally recalibrated, reimagined version of this band that I've started. We've been active from 2018 to 2023. You know, the pandemic notwithstanding, and and then took like a year-long hiatus in which I went and recorded all the scratch tracks so that I could give all the new members a blueprint, and it was with those tracks and then with actually physically being there and jamming them that we were able to get the products that we presented last Saturday. And yeah, it worked pretty well. We were all pretty on point. I am really fucking impressed how it all came together. Says, okay, that was good. That was a good one. I give us a B plus as far as performance goes. As far as playability goes, as far as playing the songs, as far as performance, I mean, Bryce and Josh and myself, we were going all around. We were just like getting everybody involved, and I love that. I love it when my bandmates can get in it with the crowd, that they are not just standing still on stage, which is what some of my previous bandmates had done. Ethan, our former guitarist, he was there just fucking standing still, just like really concentrating. That's how he said. He's not moving around or doing anything crazy because he is just so focused. He's like zeroing in on the guitar riffs. And he was there. He was there at the show. He wanted to see how we were doing, and he parted ways just a few days ago, because he just can't do it. He is super loaded with his personal life and with his work life, and he's already in another band playing bass for Frick, and it just doesn't look like another band is in the cards for him. He's barely able to make that one work. Anyway, but the fact that he showed up and showed his support, and we could tell he was just back there, he's bobbing his head, big old grin on his face, and he was jamming out, and I said, right on, brother. So yeah, we have 4 songs down. That was Halo Head, Warmongers, Parasite, and Vice. Next one we're working on is Abandoned Existence. And then we're going to do one that no one has heard. This one that's pretty much brand fucking new to everybody. It's called Faceless Victim. And that is a beast. That is going to be a fucking killer song to play live. I mean, all of the songs are going to be fun to play live. And meanwhile, I'm getting like texts from my bandmates, Josh in particular, how he's just so stoked how that show happened, and he's just excited to play more of it, and he's wanting to get everything down and just make everything sound perfect. He is really excited about learning this material. I go, well, I'm excited that you guys are playing it, and I'm really thankful for you guys having stepped up to the plate and just made this happen, this comeback happen, and it's nowhere to go from up. We don't have anything officially booked yet. I mean, like, we have one thing that's booked. It's not announced yet, and it's going to be coming in. It won't be until December, which is plenty of time for us to, like, well, get a new guitarist, get them all taught up, and get all of us, latched down into the music that we are playing. And it's not all fucking walk in the park for me either. I've rewritten a lot of lyrics, and now I got to memorize a whole new set. Yeah, I'm still memorizing it. I was tripping over a lot of words when I was singing, but so it goes. Anyway, that was I probably should have saved that for the end. But I'm going in chronological order here. But Anonymous Comeback Show was I joked about that it was the slight return because this isn't us full throttle yet. We will be coming back. We will have more material, and we will have a full lineup. I mean, Josh, you did a fucking great job covering both ends, like doing both of the guitar parts. Doing the leads and the rhythms. It's not easy. It's not easy. Trust me, I wrote it. So it's he'll be fine. He'll be fine. I'm just gonna be sounding like a broken record here. Moving on, Apathetics played. And it was it was hard playing two sets in a row. One in which I was, because singing takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot of energy. And then I have to play bass right after. Oh, shit, what did I do? But Apathetics, we played a pretty damn good set. And I remember, Jesus, I can't remember his first name, but his last name is Arthur. And he's the singer and guitarist of Wicked Temple. He was there in attendance. And he was just like rocking out. And I remember when I was playing my songs, when I was doing my stuff on the bass, he was coming up and doing the little whittly thing like this, because I play some songs with my fucking fingers, and you can tell I'm like doing a lot on the fretboard. There's one song where it's one of our newer songs, the majority of it I'm hanging out on the bottom two strings, the light strings, because I'm doing a lot of I'm not gonna bore you with the technicalities of my air bass playing skills. You have to come watch us play. And Apathetics, we did a great set. We played some of our new songs, and we sounded great. I was having a good time. I was sweating like a fucking Niagara, I tell you. And boy, I was so worn out. I couldn't even think about drinking at that point. I actually didn't drink too much. I was not interested in getting like super fucking sloshed at that party. My own birthday, I know. And then the band that closed it out was the mighty Monstrology. I am so happy that Monstrology came and played, and because that was his band, we got our friend Kyle Smith to jump up on stage. Well, it's not really a stage, but to join us in the area in which all the bands played to do the guitar solo on our song 25 to Life, which, if you know, when we recorded that song for our album a couple years ago, the song, our album Last Rites, we had Kyle come in and lay down these ripping fucking solos for us. And now anytime we play a show, when we do play that song, Tyler does his own soloing, but it's not like how Kyle does it. So when we found out Kyle's band was playing, Ben reached out, hey, how about you do this for us? So that was his. That was his. Oh man, his little snippet of help, which went a long way. But Monstrology, my God, that was the first time playing in the Poseur Palace. It was like my third time seeing them, I think. Yeah, this was my third time seeing Monstrology, and they are just awesome, just fucking straightforward death metal. There's no frills, not even like death metal for hardcore kids, not even like technical death metal, just pure, straightforward blast beats, chromatic riffs, and just a lot of gore lyrics, a lot of horror themed lyrics, and just being all about brutality. There's nothing more to say about that other than they fucking kick ass. So Monstrology, my God, I'm happy you guys exist, and I'm happy you guys played at my house. Can't wait to have you again. Can't wait to have you again. So yeah, there you go. That was my birthday show. Mine, Josh's, and Bryce's birthday. Anonymous's comeback show, which also doubled as Marine Corps comeback show, with a pop-up stand-up act and a token acoustic act, which happened to be from my girlfriend. And to all you guys who missed it, well, I am sorry, but I invited you. I invited you. Some of you guys texted me saying, "Oh, I can't show up. I'm sorry. One of which was my best friend. What? I'm like, why? Why not you? Why the? And I get it. It's like life gets in the way. People forget. Mistakes happen. You double book yourself. There's other shit going on that night, or you couldn't find a babysitter for your kid, or you didn't have enough money to make it down, etc., etc. You know, that's just what happens. I know how it goes. I put on a lot of parties. I've played a lot of shows. I've invited a lot of people, and a lot of people whom I invite, they don't show up. It happens. But at least some of them were nice enough to tell me, I'm not going to show up. I'm sorry. There's another show I'm trying to hit, or I'm stuck at work. And one of my friends, Shaban, shout out to Shaban, she's like, I can't make it to your show, but here, she Venmo'd me a few bucks. Just like, that's birthday money for you. I'm like, oh, you didn't have to. But thanks. I'll tuck that away. So yeah, birthday night was a success. I was really happy how it turned out. Oh, but the floors were so sticky afterwards. The next day was cleaning up. The one thing that sucks about throwing a party at your house, you're the one who has to clean it up, bud. But at least it looks clean now. At least it looks clean. At least until next week. Oh boy. Speaking of which, let's talk about shows that are going to be happening in the next, week and a half. First up, on the 23rd, Acid Hologram is having their 10-year anniversary. Their 10-year anniversary. It's hard to believe they've been a band for that long. My band hasn't even been around that long. I mean, we're coming close, 7 years. But 10 years. Because I talked with Sam, their drummer, on how long Acid Hologram has been a band, and he said they've been doing this shit since they were in high school. I go, oh yeah, well I know how that goes. I mean, I've been doing this shit since high school, but I never had a consistent band that I started with my friends in high school that lasted for more than a week. So good on them for defeating the odds. So yeah, Acid Hologram doing their 10-year anniversary. They're going to be playing with Cudney and with Wicked Temple. Those are three of my favorite active heavy bands in Salt Lake. Metal, hardcore, whatever you call them. They are just, they're on the metal spectrum. I classify them as that. So yeah, that's going to be a fucking killer show. And it's going to be at Ace's High Saloon, and that shit's going to be free. It starts at 7:30. And by the way, the guy who designed that flyer that you see behind me, yeah, that is done by my tattoo artist. My tattoo artist, Diego, Carrion Blossoms. He does some amazing work. He specializes in that anime format, as you can see, and he does a lot of good work. He just did a piece on me. He just did a piece on me right there. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. If you can see. Yep, that was him. He also did the Exorcist right here. Look at that. So, there's your plug, Diego. I hope you appreciate it. So anyway, also on the 23rd, over at my house, this is the 10-year anniversary of Theo, our friend Theo, coming out as trans. So, yep, 10 years, that is a long time. So a lot of 10-year anniversaries here, but this one is a little more personal. Well, not to me, but to the person, to Theo. And yeah, we're making a big show out of it with the Goon Bats, Debreeder, Treason, and Vape Plug. And yeah, like I said, that's at Poseur Palace, $10, and it starts at 6 p.m. on the dot. Then August 26th, Swollen Members are coming back to Salt Lake with Wildcard and Locksmith and Endron. That will be at the Urban Lounge. After the fees and taxes, all in is $27.41. And that'll be open to the public at 7 p.m. Also on the 29th, or August 29th, Salt City United is doing their 8th annual fundraiser. Then they are doing that with some pretty fucking heavy hitters here with Bloodstar, Swolburn, Slowburn. I'm reading it like I'm a dyslexic. Swolburn. Yeah, when you're working out, you're pushing some major weights, pumping so much iron that you're starting to feel that burn. That's what it is, Swolburn. But that's not the band who is here. This is Slowburn. And Gracemaker and Hearts of Romaine. That is going to be 8 p.m. Please bring some money for donations. And also on the 29th, Restroyer, Hi-Fi Murder, and Cargo Cult. All three of those heavy hitters going to be playing at the Ice House. That is going to be $10, and it will be starting at 9 p.m. It's a bar show, and it's a weekend. So, of course, it's going to be late like that. Hope it's not too far past your bedtime. And then on the 31st, Impulse Noise, Debreeder, Crepusculum, and actually that's all of them, all three of them, going to be playing at Ace's High Saloon. That is $15. That starts at 8 p.m. And we have another set of shows to talk about here. It is a tour. Our friends in Recidivist are going on tour with Misery Whip, who are from Portland. And they are going to be going on a 5-day long tour, which has started on the 20th. So by the time you're watching this, you have probably already seen the show. But if you're watching this now, the 21st, then they will be in Mesa, Arizona. They will be playing with Heresy, Wither/Bloom, Mouth Ripped Open, mind you. That's going to be at the Nile Theater. It's $15 if you paid in advance, but if you're watching this now, you're going to be paying $18 for it. And it starts at 6:30. Then on the 22nd, they'll be back here in old Salt Lake City. They'll be playing with Knife Point, Sutures, Run It Back, and that'll be at Fellowship Hall. It's going to be $15 if you buy in advance, $20 day of, and starts at 7 p.m. Then on the 23rd, they will be going up to Boise for their Slaughterfest. The Boise Slaughterfest. It is a 2-day long festival on the 22nd and 23rd. Recidivist will be playing on the 23rd. I don't know which bands will be playing what day, but it's also nice to mention that our fellow death metalites are going up there. That is Sacrilegion. So yeah, we got Recidivist and Sacrilegion repping Salt Lake death metal up in Boise, along with all these other bands, which include Harvested, Buttholectomy, Barn, Tomb Ripper, My Sexy Assassin, Torrent, Infected Stench, Instakill, Plea Deal, The Flail, and Priestcraft, and there's some others on there, but I cannot for the life of me read those fucking logos. But if you know, you know. Whatever. That's going to be up at the Shredder. It is $35 for both days. It starts at 6 p.m. if you're going on Friday, and 2 p.m. if you're going on Saturday. And again, Recidivist will be playing on Saturday. I don't know when Sacrilegion will be playing. Be cool if they were playing the same day, but that's all the information I know. You can get the other ones yourself. Then on the 24th, they'll be up in Seattle playing with Cherub Chains and Kaizo at the Ballard VFW. And that is $15. We'll be starting at 6 p.m. And finally, on the 25th, they will be rounding out their tour in Portland with Words of Skatach, or however the hell you pronounce that, and Unspeakable Carnage, and Southmouth. That will be at the High Limit Room. It is $10 if you pay in advance, and $12 if you are paying day of. That will be starting at 7 p.m. And as for me, personally, I will be heading down to the West Coast. I will be in Los Angeles this fucking Friday. I will be seeing the mighty Acid Bath. Acid fucking Bath. I never thought I was going to see these guys because, well, if you're in the know with all the metal that has been around over the last 20, 30 years, then you know that Acid Bath was not active for a long time. Their bassist, he died, I think, in a car crash. I can't remember the exact COD on that, so don't quote me on it. And yeah, Acid Bath became no more, and then their guitarist, he went on to make his side project, his full-time band, which was Goat Whore, and still is. Goat Whore is still very much active. But yeah, a couple of years ago, Acid Bath reunited, and they announced a few select dates where they would play some festivals within the continental U.S., and I guess they decided to start up this mini tour this year where they play in New Orleans, they play in some places in the Midwest, and then they made their way over to the West Coast, and Los Angeles happens to be the closest city in which they'll be playing that I can attend. And that is at Los Angeles's Hollywood Palladium. And I have never been to the Hollywood Palladium. I have watched shows that were recorded there, but I've never actually been in the Palladium itself. So, I mean, I'm stoked just to be in the building. But seeing Acid Bath along with Windhand and High on Fire, both bands that I fucking love, it's just awesome. It's just really awesome. And I would be doing I'd be doing what even is the word? A disrespect to my friend Kenzie because she gave me the tickets. Well, she didn't give them to me, but she sold them to me. And Acid Bath is one of her favorite bands, one of her all-time favorites. And it is paining her not to be able to go to this show because financially she cannot make it work. She doesn't have enough money to travel as she used to. So yeah, she had to sell the tickets. And as soon as she said that, I said, I'll take them. Fucking give them. And I got it. So yeah, I'd be doing her a disservice if I didn't end up going to this show. So I need to be there. And hopefully that I'll be able to make it back in time for that Acid Hologram show. But my flight gets in at 9:30, from LA to Salt Lake. And I need to get a ride back to my car from the airport. I mean, I'll still show up. I'll have missed most of the show, but I will show up, I will support, and I will still, slam back a few with you guys. Because you're 10 years old. Come on. I'll go from Acid Bath to Acid Hologram. That's a fun little subtitle for this show. I think I'll call it that. Tales from the Pit. From Acid Bath to Acid Hologram. Anyway. Oh, yeah. So, guys, thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in on this episode of Tales from the Pit and Live and Wired. That was an awesome. It was an awesome time, kind of reliving those moments of my comeback show, which is my birthday show, and everything like that. Even though I'm running short of breath, getting all these fucking hiccups, all these burps. Yeah, I'm not drinking enough water. I'm drinking plenty of water. Stay hydrated when you go out to those shows, guys. Stay hydrated. We're still not out of the summer, And it's hotter than fucking holy hell out there some days. I would know it because I work in it. I work my day job. I'm out there delivering heavy-ass materials in the sweltering heat. It's so horrible. It's just horrible. So you guys, once again, I've been Eric. I will turn this over to Dustin so he'll tell you about some of the other tours that are happening with all around the continental U.S. and onward. And yeah, be safe out there. Have a good week. Any shows that you attend, I hope you have fun and return unscathed. But if you are scathed, I hope you have a cool story about it. Now, I'll see you next week. Cheers.
Thank you, Eric. And now we go around the world, starting with Salt Lake City's own Repeller. They are doing a Colorado tour. Eric sent me a couple flyers on this. We will start with their Friday, August 22nd show, The Crypt, Shit Drugs, or maybe it's at The Crypt, rather. Shit Drugs, Repeller, Poison Politics, Discount Vodka. This one, these are all in Colorado. It doesn't have the address on that one, or the city, but I think they're going to be in like Colorado Springs and Grand Junction, maybe. Anyway, they will also be Saturday the 23rd. This one's actually in Pueblo, Colorado. They'll be playing with Discount Vodka, Battle Sites, Repeller, Mariana Soup. That's a 6:30 show that starts, well, doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 7:30. And it is $10 to get in. Make sure, $10 on both of those days. Go check out our friends in Repeller, Colorado. They are coming at you. I only have a few other flyers that we will get to. I've been talking about lower class brats the last couple weeks. They're still in Australia. Friday the 22nd, they'll be in Southport at Vinny's Dive. And then the Crowbar in Brisbane on the 23rd. You can go to Lower Class Brats Official and get more details on those specific shows. The specific flyers I had previously had, those shows have all come and gone. Then tomorrow, Friday the 22nd, the Havoc will be in Long Beach playing with Dogface Bastards, The Chapel, The Afraid, SOS, Drunk Little Kids at D Piazza in Long Beach. It's an all-ages show. $15 pre-sale. Doors are at 7, so show's probably at 8. Get there, bring out the all ages. Then Cramond, Island of Punk 2025. You can go check this out. The first band starts at 12 p.m. and it's due to finish around 7:45. This is the 23rd. You can go see those bands listed there. New, Spat, Nasher, Oi Polloi, Subdivision, The Overbites, Armored Virus, Corrupt Intentions. Go check out all of those bands. This is in, Cramond, I believe. Cramond Island is in Scotland, I think. So some cool bands if you're going to be in that neck of the woods. At the end of the month, Sunday, August 31st. You can go see, there it is, Waynesboro, Pennsylvania at Surfin' Cow Comics. There'll be a flea market that starts at 10 a.m. Bands are at 11, and they go 11 to 4, so matinee, Sunday matinee. And look at these bands you get to go see. You get to go see Heroes Unsung, Bad to Worse, The Power, Fashion Crime, and Junk Punk doing an acoustic set there. So go check those out. Here's the other part of that weekend that Bad to Worse will be doing. You can see the 31st, which I just showed you, in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, but they'll be in York the night before at the American Legion 791 playing with Back to Life, Wayward Brigade, and Mr. Nice Guy. So go check out Bad to Worse in PA in 2 weekends. I guess that would be a week from next weekend, so it's not even 2 weekends. It's the week after this one. And then in 2 weekends, September 6th, we'll wrap up with this. There's a punk rock camp out. This is in Money, Illinois. Money. Anyway, it's at all ages. Starts at 12 p.m., it looks like, so that's pretty fantastic. It says, bring your tent and sleeping bags, live music, great food from Umami, best selection of spirits, beer, wine, and craft cocktails. Also, $3 point lager. There you go, that's pretty sweet. At the camp out, performing will be Citizen, Misunderstood, Bad Decision, Street Ritual, Corrupture, Nauseous, Dick Slapper Experience, Epileptic Caesar, and the Homicidals. So go check those out, and thank you for tuning in with us this week on Live and wired, hearing Eric's tales from the pit, and tune in next week because obviously, as you heard, he will have more. So we'll catch you on the next one.